Roger for Ben. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say something kind of contradicting that a little bit. I thought you had pretty good like eye contact and cues. Every time I looked up, I saw you cue a baritone solo or solo lead. So I mean, maybe just like a little bit more, I guess.
Okay. Wes.
You seem like you know the Buddhist score really well, especially during the meter changes. So I would keep your head up on the score, especially when there's different sort of tempo changes where they'll want somebody to see you. Like they need to actually see you, and you can do the one communication step. But once you know the score, which I
Totally agree. All right, let's go into from the beginning to A. Let's have flute, piccolo, oboe, E flat clarinet if we have it. Clarinet 1, 2, 3, and first cornet. From the beginning, I want to work on balance and blend, especially with the articulation markers. So pay attention to them. So from the beginning to A with those instruments. Two quick things. I like the staccato notes. I want more weight on the accent notes. One more time. Sing. Good. Great. Play. Same one. Same one.
Let's have more weight here, or put more weight here instead of saying I. The other thing, something just as critical as the articulation that you might have overlooked, especially in musical style like this, is going to be crushing 16 notes, and they were crushing. All right, so just make sure whenever, and this goes for any type of music that you're working, if you're doing fast music with a lot of 16 notes, most groups are going to crush it, including our Wing Symphony here. All right, when you do a bunch of 16 notes in a row at this tempo, so they were crushed. So just make sure that we're always open on 16 notes as much as possible. Just whenever you see that, just make sure that you have it in your mind, because it's going to happen 9 times out of 10. Okay, good. This is great. Everything earlier we're going to do following conducting for your last 5 minutes.
Okay.
So, but this is all good. All your rehearsal.
Okay. Cool. Same place beginning to A. This is for balance and length of notes. Everyone who did not play the first time. So the accompaniment stuff. Listen to matched articulations, lengths, and tones. Here we go. I mentioned this before. Measure 9. I've neglected to see eyes, unfortunately, and every time I've given you boom. So measure 9, bring it out, okay? Measure 9, orange, bring it out. Same thing. Good. Good on the lengths. Just keep matching through this entire next section, right? Same thing. Stuff with the 16th notes that we're not going to crush, right? So your notes fit in right with the 16th notes and the overall movement, right? Same thing from the beginning, both groups. Beginning day. eighth notes rolling along. I want a slight swell, so be da dee da da, be da dee da da. So I want you guys to move together with that. 5 after, let's see, 5 after A. Bassoons, which yes we have 1. Alto sax 1 and 2, trombone 1 and 2. Shape your quarter notes. Take a look at what you have. 5 after A. Okay, shape those quarter notes. So.
Can I pause really quick? Okay, obviously, you have a plan going, and actually this is stuff that they need to work on, so this is great. The only thing, 2 things. First of all, it's a lot of information you're giving out. You're going like boom, 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 maybe isolating certain things. If you want to have everybody play and just say one section, good, we work that out, and then go to the next section. And it gives everybody another direct when you do it too. And the only reason why going through a lot of information at once is not a good idea is because people will forget. Also, if you get someone in your school district to watch you for observation, they're going to say you're giving multiple directions out. You know, and English teachers can't do that. Math teachers can't do that. I know it's not math and English, but the person watching probably has no idea what music is all about and how the rehearsal works. But they're just going to say, oh, giving multiple directions, multitask directions. That's a minus. So just that's real world application right there. So if there's any way you need to be shorter with what you say or more concise or efficient, you want to try to think of something really quick and say it again, or you just want to just work? Why don't you just rehearse it because now I'm totally effective.
No, that's totally fine. At A, those that have the motive, be da dee da da, just shape it and shape it together, okay? So everyone at A, listen for the motive. Right at A. And we're going to stop at B. Stop at B, right? Everyone at A. Can we go back to the beginning now and work on all the way to work on? Just so I know I've thrown a lot of stuff out there. Can we go from the beginning to B this time? Beginning to B. B to D, I would like 4 on intonation, flutes, piccolo, oboe, and clarinet 1, E flats and no and clarinet 2 and 3, alto sax 1 and 2, join whenever we get 4 before D. Okay? Listening for intonation. B to D. Right? I did notice that this time it was better. For the 16 notes, you're still kind of crushing a little bit, so just elongate them a little bit. So same thing. Still listen to intonation, so you can match intonation a little better. B to D. B to D. This time, I want you to add baritone, same place, B to D. You already kind of used to recommend that. B to D, and this is kind of like almost a duet type feature here. So B to D, adding baritone this time.
Great. Sorry, I'm good. Do you want us to play the
Duet.
or the?
Oh, you do not play here. I totally put that down. Okay. So this time, B to D, all, B to D, all. Same thing as the beginning with the accompaniment stuff. Go down the links of notes, what you did earlier, do the same thing, B to D. Station still, really close. Same place. I'll do better job of that. Try to be. That's all right.
The hardest thing, by the way, you're doing really, really well. I'll do a little post stuff after. The hardest thing to do as, conductor, teacher, whatever you want to call it, is that reacting to adjusting the ensemble when you're conducting. Sometimes you're thinking about what you're doing, sometimes you're thinking about how you're affecting the ensemble, but you miss a couple things. All right, so I think sometimes the hardest thing is going to be the question, what will you do to fix that right now, based on what you heard?
I feel like it can be more expressive.
How about in terms of, don't go musical side, go more fundamental side. What do you think of balance between the parts? Is anybody overplaying from overplaying that whole time?
I would say more too, but I think it's more too.
Right, yeah, maybe balance. And the thing about Charlie Carter stuff is that everything is scored so high and so many people, so balance is always an issue. And if on stereo systems, that little thing that goes green and red too loud, there's a lot of balance in there that I think we're in the red a lot. I think that we're playing really heavy in terms of articulation because we're too loud, I think. So that's one of the things that I would have picked up on that. And that's me. And again, you're doing so many really, 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 really good things, and a lot of the things that I've been saying is stuff that I say, not just beginning in teachers like I'm teaching soon, but like people I've been teaching for years. So that's really good, and that's a compliment. So let's do some 7 minutes of conducting stuff. You talked about expressiveness, right?
Yeah.
So you didn't have to have that semester of not time beating to show phrasing, which some people agree with and some people disagree with how I do that. So the big it, we're going for right here. There's a star on it, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to start at letter D, and you're going to show phrasing to get to bingo, where the trombone played the overplay. Bum, bum, bumpy. You know what I'm talking about, right, trombones? Overplay. All right, so let's start right on D. So you're going to try to show where you want to go. And hey, gang, look up here. Can you make sure that you're playing what Justin's giving you? For example, and he's not going to do this. If it's just straight 4/4, play boring 4/4. All right. If he shows a peak of a phrase early, make sure the peak of the phrase where he shows it. Cool.
So you're going to,
Do whatever you need. It's the pre-test, post-test. We're going to do this and then we'll work a little bit on
all right. Write it D. You're going to stop whenever you read through that.
Keep going, I'll stop.
Write it D.
Here it is. She's right on D, please. Elongating the phrase with the euphoniums. We got that? We all got that? Cool. That whole phrase that went those 4 bars to get to the bombi, bobby. It's just like following through. I'm not a golfer, but you know when you golf, you got to follow through. The ball's not going to go where you want to go, or if you're going to shoot a basket, it's not going to go where you want to go unless you follow through. It's the same thing with music. You got to follow through in terms of the phrasing. All right. So we all like to start phrases, but we don't like to finish phrases. Can we please go, do we all know where that loud trombone part is? Yeah. Can we start 3 bars before it? 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th bar of D, please. Here it is, for example. I'm going to do 2 examples, then it's all you. This is what we like to do. And. because it's easier to show what you want in terms of less or more. It also shows how you want to end phrases when you go right and left. It's hard to show ends of phrases up and down, like that with the phonemes. Cool?
Okay.
Two things. Great. This was great. This was. As opposed to, it's a big moment. I'm a trombone player. I love this part. Yes. Or, oh shh. Another thing that I talked about in that first semester is faces. If you don't know what faces to make, and this is all Dick Floyd. He's a Texas guy. The vowel A, E, I, O, U. Five vowel shapes. A, E, I, O, U. Happy. A, E, I, O. Sad. A, E, I, O, U. Angry. A, E. Those are ways you can practice faces in terms of doing that stuff. All right? We got 30 seconds. Can we just go, you know where that crescendo starts. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth bar of D. The fifth bar of D, please. Pick a vowel. Go with it. A, E, I, O, U. This is just playing in the sandbox. So here's the fifth bar of D. I know I'm out of time, Sean. Watch the video. That was really good. Cool.
Good afternoon, everybody. Please pull up C-songs. While you're doing that, just a bit of fun trivia here. For anybody who was in Wins last semester, C-songs originally was the second movie